Hello and a very, very warm welcome back to Newsleaver and Newsleaver Sports in general. My name is Moses Echodo, and of course, it's been a while, and my apologies, most sincere apologies for having been off the grid for a while. But we'll get into it, discuss a couple of things here and there. First and most importantly, the Uganda National Basketball League has been won by the City Oilers, who now become the record champions after attaining their seventh title, mind you, consecutively. So, what does that mean about the Uganda Basketball League in general in the country? Probably that the fact that the rest of the chasing pack are just not good enough, or that there needs to be a lot of building, But the most impressive thing about this series between the City Oilers and the UC Ugandans was the fact that so many fans turned out for the final all the way until the game 7. And then, of course, the other fact is we saw different teams trying to put in a bit of a fight as well. But overall, the City Oilers went and won the men's category, while the Lady Dolphins went ahead and won the ladies category. And remember, they also won it in Game 7 after the UC Lady Cannons became a little bit of a headache for them. But congratulations to both teams, the City Oilers and the UC Lady Cannons and the JKL Lady Dolphins. The news, though, is that the Federation of Uganda Basketball Association has come out and said that no team will be allowed to have more than 4 foreign players. What that now means is different teams have to come up with 4 players from abroad, and then of course bring in the different players from the Ugandan leagues, and that for me I think is a major plus for Ugandan basketballers, because many who have the talent will now get the opportunity to represent the different clubs as general. So let's jump into the English Premier League, where most of you are rather most interested in what's happening with Manchester United, what's happening with Arsenal, Chelsea. After such an incredible start to the season, suddenly they're blowing cold and hot. For Liverpool, though, it is a win every single time. First, we start with Liverpool. They've waited over 35 years to win their first ever English Premier League. And how are they doing it? In incredible fashion. They've played 22 games. They have drawn only 1 game, and the others, they have gone ahead and picked up all wins. I've said this before, they have not been as impressive as the Liverpool that went ahead and won the UEFA Champions League. But one thing about this Liverpool is the spirit to fight on until the last moment. The desire to fight and get all the necessary 3 points, for me, has been such a massive difference. And I think if you are a Liverpool fan out there, if you are a football lover out there, you know how incredible they have been. On the other side, for Manchester United, the injuries have kept on coming to bite Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's side. Paul Pogba, Marcus Rashford could be out for a very long spell. And of course, you can't go without mentioning Scott McTominay, who has been such an integral player in that midfield, playing alongside the Brazilian midfielder Fred. So without those key players, who is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer going to bring in? And also the other fact is they are not scoring goals. They may create a couple of chances here and there, but they are not scoring goals. Daniel James, who started off the campaign with such incredible force, is suddenly blowing hot and cold, and I think that is something that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has to work on. Of course, coming into today's presser, the board at Manchester United did come out and said they are backing Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to take them back into the winning ways. But when you look at Manchester United playing, they have no structure, they have no system that you can talk about. Probably the only system that we are all seeing is that they play what you call counter-attacking football. And I think that cannot continue to be the one mode of football that you're going to use time and again, because for how long are you going to keep doing that? Arsenal, it's just a question of character, but we saw a bit of character coming up against Chelsea. Went a man down when everyone thought that they were done and dusted. The game would be, complete, because Chelsea had more men, they had more shots on target, they had over about 10 corners before David Luiz was sent off. We all thought that Chelsea could have run away with this game, but Arsenal kept coming back into it. The limelight for Arsenal is Gabriel Martinelli, who just keeps showing his worth every time. He's now gone into double digits. scored 10 goals in all competitions, created and been involved in 12 goals the entire campaign, speaks a lot about the kind of player that he is definitely going to be. Chelsea, it's just one thing. They're not taking their chances, and if you are not taking your chances, then definitely you're not going to win. And I think that is something that Frank Lampard has to work on. Jose Mourinho picking up his first win in such a long time, of course, talks about how many issues are happening at Tottenham Hotspur, and it was never really a question of Mauricio Pochettino. There seems to be bigger issues at the club. Of course, so many players did want to leave the club. Eriksen has consistently shown that he wants to leave, that is White Hart Lane, to go and join up with Inter Milan. So those are so many things that are really, really happening in the world of English football. So from me and the entire team and Newsleaper, was saying thank you so much for waiting on for us, and we are back. We will try and keep bringing you as much more content as possible. For me, Moses Echodo and the entire team at Newsleaper, was saying peace and love.